Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Friday morning. Got a big show lined up. We're going to give away some seafood today. But first, let's do our weather. Brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today 92, low 74. Water temperature did drop 1 degree from 87 down to 86, but still really warm in the Gulf of Mexico. So be a good weekend to get out. It's clearing up a little bit as compared to the early part of the week as far as muddy water and all. It's clearing up a little bit, and it should be a good weekend. We'll talk about that Friday fishing forecast. Let's take a look at our river readings right now. The Apalachicola Bluntstown, looking on the screen there, is reading a 1.5. It leveled off at last week level, this week level, and next week level. So the Choctaw Caryville got a little bit of bump in it. It's reading a 4.9 this morning, right at 5 foot. Going to bump up a little bit Sunday afternoon. So not a lot of movement as far as coming up or going down on rivers. Should be a good weekend to fish the rivers. I'm telling you, it's going to be I'm going to get some good reports. I can tell you from lower end Apalachicola and over there in Choctawhatchee. So let's go ahead and take a look now at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Today is Friday, August the 26th. Looking on the chart there, we got some good tides. High tide at 5:12 this morning. We just had the high tide. Low at 4:39 this afternoon. We got a 1.8 foot movement in it. And the big thing, we got a wind coming out of the east, northeast, and that's some good dry air. Also some good movement as far as some currents and all. So really good situation there. I know, like I say, the weather is not going to be near as humid this weekend as it has been. So that's why I keep saying the river's going to be nice. Marine forecast is so important. The further you go out in the Gulf, that marine forecast is, so important. So that's why I give it every morning. Okay, let's go and do our fishing game time today. Brought to us by Barron's Barbecue Shrimp Marinade Sauce. Our times 7:48 to 9:48 this morning. Again, that's going to coincide with our tidal flow. And then this evening from 8:16 to 10:16. All right, that takes care of our Friday morning weather. Let's go ahead and take our break. We'll come back with our special guest. All right, welcome back, folks, and welcome to one of our new sponsors here on Panhandle Outdoors, Real Time Fishers and Seafood Market. And here is Josh Coatney. Good morning.
How you doing, Weston?
Good to have you, buddy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Listen, Josh is one of the big men out there, more ways than one, but we went out there, and you saw today we running a commercial and all, but Dennis Hale, I guess, is the boss, so he wouldn't want to come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He stayed at the house this morning. He sent me out here.
He's sitting you out here.
We're going to do the best we can.
You'll do great. We've had a great time over there. I've known these folks a good while now, and it's more than a seafood market. They cook some really good seafood out there. And Jeff and I have been and tasted it, so we've approved it. So tell us about yourself. And I know you like outdoor stuff.
Oh yes, sir. We all fish at the fish house. We river fish. We fish in the bay. We go deep sea fishing. Two of the boys there, they been the friends all their life. Joey and Dennis there, and they do a really good job. Me and my brother, we work there. He's the oyster chucker. I'm more of the fish man. Got the girls, they work up front, they're real good, they do a really, really good job cooking and everything. They're pretty polite, everything. That's about it.
Well, you know what I noticed about it, when we spent some time with y'all and all, it's like a team effort.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. Everybody there does their part, every inch of it.
We're going to show y'all a location, so we're talking about where we're talking, just tell the folks where y'all are.
Well, if you going down Weewalt Highway on Highway 22, you pass Star Avenue. We're right past Rivercraft there on the left on Highway 22. Okay,
on this map here, you're looking on the left, of course, Callaway, and the right is Weewalt. There's a Weewalt Highway, and you see the mark right there. You can't miss it. It used to be an old service station or something, didn't it?
Yes, sir. It was, what was it?
I remember it there a long time, and but it is really nice.
McCabe's Groceries.
The first thing you notice when you walk in is how clean everything is.
Yes, sir. We spent a lot of time on that.
Some folks when we get in there, folks, I think eating oysters on the half shell.
Yes, sir.
It got me hungry right away, and then you have some booths over there. But you're just sort of getting started as far as cooking and all. I mean, it's going. I promise y'all, that place is going to take off.
Oh yeah, we're going to expand. We got a whole nother side we're going to build on. We've already been working on it. we just bought another steamer. It's a double steamer to speed up the times in the cooking a little bit. But it's really good food.
Y'all go through thousands and thousands of pounds of seafood, I know.
Oh yes, sir. We ship all over the United States and even on up to Canada and everything.
It's fresh local stuff too.
Yes, sir. It's really it's real good fish. Our shrimp is fantastic. My father-in-law personally, Billy White and Dana White, they're our bay shrimpers. They catch 1620s right now, 1620 head-ons, and they're real pretty. Never been frozen, never had nothing on them.
Tell the folks what a 1620 is.
A 1620 shrimp, it's just what they use to size shrimp or grade. 1620 means there's 16 to 20 shrimp in a pound. Or, somebody tells you, 40, 50, that's 40 to 50 shrimp in a pound, or 31, 35, or so on. That's just the way they use to grade and size the shrimp.
So 1620 is a nice.
Yes, sir. They're nice shrimp.
Y'all, I know one thing y'all do. Y'all clean. I know y'all are gonna clean some fish right away with people.
Oh yes, sir. You buy fish and we clean it for free. There's no charge, and we won't hack up your fish. I'm telling you, we've been cleaning fish all of our life. We clean fish for a lot of your local restaurants around here, and that's who they get their grouper and stuff from is us. And you got to do a good job. If you don't, they get on you. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, listen, one of the things I noticed, everything you had laid out, we're going to show you some pictures next segment and all, but y'all even have some pompano in there.
Yes, sir, pompano. They catching them, a few of them down Mexico Beach, St. Joe area. I got them personally out of Appalachia. Red snapper, groupers, even some speckled trout coming in. It's speckled trout season for commercial. I got commercial limit this year. Triggerfish, flounders. It's been real hard to get flounders this year, but we're trying to get everyone we can.
Everybody's having an off year for floundering. What do you think's going on?
I don't know if it was maybe the red tide or just the weather or exactly what. I've never seen it. I've been doing this 14 years so far, and I've never seen it like this. Yeah, I haven't.
See, I've heard that from recreational, commercial, and a lot of people saying that too. So.
Yes, sir. Our commercial floundermen, I mean, they're great. When they go out, when I go out, I'm lucky if I get 12. When they go out, they get 150, 200 pounds a night all through the year.
How do they do that?
They working. They can see better than me, I guess.
And they working hard too.
I hear you.
They stay out all night too.
They just pretty much quit. I mean, they just ain't been none.
Yeah.
They can't even pay for fuel right now.
Oh man, yeah. So that's tough. Also, Dennis was telling me, he showed me around back there, and like I say, y'all going to get bigger and bigger. You got plenty of room to expand. And he's talking about smoking some mullet, and y'all going to start some smoking stuff later on,
yes,
maybe?
Sir. Yes, sir. We got a smoker right now getting built. We got to screen it in and put sinks and drains and a lot of stuff. It'd be a little while, maybe towards the winter time when we get that done. But yeah, we're going to have smoked mullet. We already got smoked tuna dip and crab dip and all that. We're going to have all different kinds of smoked dip once we get our smoker going. Yeah. It's some really good stuff. I know.
Yes, sir. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with Josh. Okay, welcome back. So here with Josh Coatney from Real Time Fishers and Seafood Market, and there's going to be a restaurant there, and they're already cooking stuff up. It's going to be, I'm going to give you the address, 7437 Highway 22 on the Weewalt Highway, just as you get off Star Avenue if you're coming from this part of town. But really, I've been so impressed with it, and we couldn't get Dennis Hale to come on. But
no, sir. He probably let the house sleep.
Hey, well, we're going to work call and wake him up.
Hey, call him.
Hey, we're going to give away a low country boil in just a minute, but first let's look at some on the Facebook page, folks. You can go to the Facebook page, and I'm going to show you some of the pictures and all. We'll talk about the bait. Y'all carry bait?
Yes, sir. And cigar minnow, squid, Spanish sardines, cup squid, cup shrimp. It's real good bait, so you ought to be catching a lot of good fish with it.
Yeah, and what's cool, you just have so many your specialty. What would you say your specialty would be?
Far as in the retail market, it's either both our cooking and our raw seafood. You ain't gotta get it cooked. You just come by, pick it. If you want to take it home, cook it, that's fine. Or if you want us to cook it, right now we only steam. So we got steamed shrimp, steamed fish, steamed scallops, snow crab legs, king crab legs. So pretty much anything in there we pretty much can steam. We also do baked oysters. You know, they're awesome. We got 4 or 5 different kinds of them. Pretty much every topping you could ask for.
Yeah, we had some of those the other afternoon when we went by there.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, and crabs and like I say, blue crab. Y'all get them locally too.
Yes,
right?
sir. Every day we get our blue crabs every day. Our local crabber here, he does a real good job. He catches, you know, he grades out all the small ones. So 90% of the time they're all just big as and full as they can be. You know, our mullet. We get mullet in every day. That's a real big seller.
Yeah.
You know, we got to keep fresh mullet. If you ain't got fresh mullet, you can't call yourself a seafood
No,
man.
you cannot. No, you cannot.
You got to have it.
That, you brought up a good point. Now, we'll tell people, you know, you always want to get fresh seafood, of course, and everybody wants it. The dealers want to do it, and the customers want it.
Yes, sir.
How can someone, say you go somewhere at a seafood market you're not familiar with, how can they tell if that's fresh seafood?
Well, I tell you, you go in there and, you know, it shouldn't really smell like fish. I'm telling you, you walk in ours, it don't smell like fish or nothing. You know, there's ice on everything. You really want to look at, you know, their eyes, if they're cloudy or clear. If they're cloudy, they're not very fresh. If they're clear, they're real fresh, you know. And you lift up your gills, you know, if they're real pretty and red and flush in color, that's wonderful. And, you know, if they get a little white spots or get a little white or a little dimmer, you know, in red color, then they've been a little while, you know.
I saw where that's a good point now, and a lot of people do that. Oysters.
Yes.
Apalachicola oysters.
Yes, sir.
Oysters.
Right now it's Apalachicola, for as long as we can get them. You know,
Yeah.
there's closures all the time on Appalach, but as long as we can get them, we'll have
And
Appalach.
they got a good price on them. I
Yes,
saw
sir.
that the other day.
Yes, sir. A good price. Right now they went up a little bit. They're $80 a bag, but I mean, maybe they come down one day.
Well, I mean, if you want oysters, you're gonna go get oysters.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
And it's worth it. Really, it's really they're really good oysters.
Yeah.
You know.
And listen, it's September almost. Next week will be September. That's our month, and that's when I start jumping on. So, you know, Gail and I told Gail, I said, honey, I got us a new place to go eat. Of course, she gets excited about that. So every time we head to Howard Creek now, we're gonna stop by there and get some oysters and some shrimp and all.
Yes, sir.
And you know, a lot of you folks head that way for the weekend, so that's gonna be a great place to stop off. And all you folks on the east side of town, it's so close to you, and then you're gonna be tickled with this place. I'm telling you. When you clean your seafood, what are some tips for the average?
Well, the best tip I can give you on like cleaning fish is a sharp knife. You ain't got a sharp knife, you ain't gonna do a good job, and you're probably gonna end up cutting yourself. Make sure your knife is just as sharp as it can be. Go get you a good stone. Go get you a good butcher steel, and just make sure your knife is sharp.
Number one is sharp. Okay, now, do you start at the head or the tail? How do you do it?
Everybody, you kind of got to have your own style of cutting fish. I've been cutting fish for a long time, and I can teach somebody how to cut fish, but I can only teach them the rules and the basics of it. You got to come up with your own technique to do it. Everybody does it different. I start from the head on one side, and then when I flip the fish over, I start from the tail.
Yeah.
So, but there's all different ways. Just whatever way you feel comfortable not to cut yourself.
Well, I was watching y'all do it the other day. One thing that fascinates me is the speed of y'all, how fast y'all do it.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we've been cutting fish a long time, and you know, me personally, I've been cutting a while, and I'm trying to. I got my brother there. I'm teaching him how to cut fish. He does a really good job. I got another boy there, Tommy. He's doing a good job now. So that's
Listen, there's a team of folks over there now, and like I say, Jeff and I went in there and spent some time with them and shot this commercial, and I really, of course, I've known Dennis a long time, and the rest of the crew, I've known them a long time.
Oh yeah.
So what's been fascinating is watching them get started, and they've been working on this a while. They've been up in their head and been wanting to do it. And of course, Dennis been around seafood his whole life.
Oh yeah, his whole life.
Yeah, so he knows what he's doing, and I'm just so tickled y'all came aboard with us. One of the things too. What about people catching food and bringing there? Do y'all clean it? Could y'all cook it for them?
No, we don't really cook it there, but we definitely
you can clean it for them.
Definitely clean it for you. It's you know, according if it's salt water, fresh water. Fresh water's $1 a pound right now, just because they're so little, and it takes a while for them. But we scale them good, head them, gut them, your brim, your bass, and all your freshwater fish. We do a good job. Saltwater fish at 70 cents a pound. We do them any way you want. Scale them, head them, gut them, fillet them, skin off, skin on, just any way you want.
Yeah, the longer I fish, the more I look at something like this. I tell you, cleaning fish used to be fun. It's more fun catching them than cleaning them.
Well, not necessarily to me. Tell you the truth, I really enjoy cutting fish. I do. It kind of gives you a break from the rest of the fish house. You know, you get in the cutting room. Normally, if you're in the cutting room, nobody's messing with you.
That's a great attitude.
Yes, sir, and I love it.
That's a great attitude. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to let Josh, and y'all run by and see him and tell him you saw him on the show. He'll be tickled. And now, what kind of y'all this weekend? You and family going camping in St. Joe?
Yeah, so we're going to St. Joe down there to the state park in St. Joe.
Outdoor people doing outdoor things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm gonna let them draw one name out of here, and they're gonna get the low country boil. Tell us what all you got in that low country boil.
Well, it comes with a pound of shrimp. You can either get the bay shrimp or the 40/50s, either one you want.
Okay.
It comes with 2 red potatoes, 2 pieces of smoked sausage, and 2 ears of corn. And seasoned mild Cajun or spicy, or if you want to mix it up. Anything you see on our shelf over there with all of our spices, we put on it for you. You got butter on it, scampi sauce. It's just really, really great.
It is good. That sausage, that sausage.
Yeah, that's actually Kelly's sausage.
Is that where they come from?
Yeah, it's Kelly's smoked sausage, and the corn comes from Kelly's and all that. So they put out a really good product.
All right. Well, hey, one lucky winner is going to get run over there and get it this weekend. Or I guess they'll come in this weekend or next weekend. We'll give y'all a week to do it. All right, draw one name out of there, Josh. Who do we have right there?
Mary Lou Scott.
Mary Lou Scott. All right.
You're the winner.
Mary Lou Scott, you are the winner. I'll put your name down here. And okay, now we're going to take a break and come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast. Talk about that. But Josh, thank you for coming on, buddy.
You too.
Tell all those other folks what a good time they missed.
I hear you. I'm gonna bring them next time.
All right, man. Thank you. Now.
Thank you.
All right, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome to the famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Tarpon Seafood, and we're going to draw for them now. First of all, a $20 gift certificate for Tarpon Dock. We're going to have all kind of giveaways here. The winner of this is going to be Perry Gillespie from Witapo, and the winner of the Big Red Snapper is going to be, all right, this one right here is going to be Martha Harrison. Okay, Ronnie Harrison, Martha Harrison, Ronnie Harrison. Very good. So congratulations, you folks, and enjoy that seafood. Friday fishing forecast. I was telling Jeff I don't have a lot of stuff, and August is one of the toughest fishing. It probably is the toughest fishing month, and this week is probably one of the toughest weeks of all because it's just a combination of the rain, the heat, and the first little bit of cool air we had. And the river. It's been hot to fish on the river, but we'll start with fresh water. They're still catching brim and shell cracker in 2 or 3 spots up there, up at the Carabel River, up there, and also a few reports out of Howard Creek down there. And Choctawhatchee River, I don't have any reports, but let's start with Choctawhatchee Bay. Bay fishing, the best thing to do now, when all else fails, always go to the bridges. So take a look at the Choctawhatchee, the bridges over here. You always catch something going to hang around. You got structure there, and something going to always be hanging around the bridges. So always be aware of that, and also the tidal flow when the bridges come, okay? Up on the bridges. Of course, Intercoastal Waterway, go cruising down the Intercoastal Waterway, come on into West Bay. Got another bridge right there. It's a bridge fishing. It's pretty decent this time of year. The drum bite, out of all the really weak bites we had this year, which we just had Josh talking about, it's been off year for a lot of folks. The strongest bite of any particular species has been the black drum being caught off the bridges and the dams. Okay, so the drum bite has been excellent. West Bay, they're all catching some trout. Trout fishing is decent. It's not outstanding, but it's decent. You want to go early in the morning, and you want to fish in some deep holes, okay? And try that raised spec rig too, and if you get up in shallow water. Deer Point Dam, they're not catching much off the dam. Come on down here to the Hathaway Bridge. Again, you saw the picture earlier part of this week. The Tyndall Bridge and the Hathaway Bridge are both prime time to catch big bull reds this time of year on this outgoing tide. But now you don't have the outgoing tide at night. It's best to do it at nighttime. You look at the kayakers, they caught on this several years back, and on a Friday and Saturday night, it's hard to find the bridge without some kind of kayakers around them catching some. And okay, going out to the pass, Grand Lagoon now is pretty humid in that area. There's just not a lot going on. But again, the pass, outgoing tide, you got a good outgoing tide during the day. Redfish is going to be good there, and also Spanish. I wrote down some Spanish mackerel have been caught. The best catch this week was on Monday. A sailfish was caught. On Monday, right outside about a mile offshore here. Coming out past king mackerel, we got a king mackerel tournament. The best fish to catch in August is the king mackerel. The most dependable fish to catch is the king mackerel. And you will catch some Spanish. So the king mackerel all throughout here, down outside of Crooked Island Sound. Crooked Island Sound has been slow this week also. Mexico Beach is going to be the center of the outdoorsman this weekend. Outdoorsman world will be Mexico Beach because of the weigh-in and everything going on here tomorrow. And the king bite's going to be good. Okay. St. Joe Bay, Apalachicola Bay. You just saw the video from St. Joe Bay. Was pretty weak this past Monday when we were scalloping, but it's still a beautiful bay, great place to go, St. Joe Bay. Also, let's go into Apalachicola Bay. Apalachicola Bay. What I have written down for Apalachicola Bay, the triple tail and the trout. Those two fish. That's what's been caught this week. Triple tail and black drum have been the two hottest fish of the whole summer, really. Triple tail fishing has been excellent east of us. The mullet fishermen, that people see this is sight fishing for triple tail, so it's been really good. I've had reports from different people like shrimpers and all that they've seen a lot of triple tail, and that's a floating fish. They float on top of water. Red fishermen, they see a tail sticking up or some kind of activity. Triple tail fishermen just see that floating fish. So both of those are sight fishing. So it's sort of like a hunting and a fishing combination. So that's always good. So that's been a good report. Okay, so that's pretty well takes it in as far as what's going on. So best bet, if I was going to fish this weekend, and I may, got a busy weekend, I would go trout. I'd go speckled trout fishing early in the morning. Or if I'd go on the river and go early in the morning, go down the river, I would go try somewhere around Lake Wimico, around Depot Creek or something like that. That's what I would guess this weekend. Okay, bass fishermen had a good time. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Been a great week. Got another great week coming up. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff coming up next week. You have a great weekend. Do something fun in the outdoors. Always do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.